welcome back. Day 2 of the photographers' ramblers in the rain. Yes, it's raining again, although we're hopeful. So, you know, you stick a lens on your camera. So I love my Fuji 10 to 24mm. And you almost forget about other focal lengths. Now I have the X100T, which of course gives me a 35mm. But I'm actually playing here with the most excellent Samyang fisheye, and it is just so much fun. So much fun. So yeah, just rather than going for the typical kind of wide, because it's still a bit inclement weather, I'm not really doing any long exposure stuff at the moment because it's just painful to sort of wipe off the filters every time. So having a bit of fun with a Fuji fisheye, threw up some images around me magically. See what I did there? Right, and I've also noticed that the cafe has opened and they serve the best cake known to man. What did I say? There's always cake. See it a bit? So, you know, you can give lessons in photography and aperture and ISO and whatever, but you always have to have a lesson in cake as well.
You know, since I did the update
Oh my god. See you on the other side. So we're still at Ballantoy Harbour. Marcus has now changed to the MS5D with the most excellent tilt shift 24mm, which is an absolute beauty of a lens. And he is currently doing, I'm assuming, a long exposure.
25 seconds FA. Doing a panoramic stitch with three images horizontally.
Nice! And this is...
And there we have it.
So we're going to be getting some nice long exposure.
Roll it over to the other side.
Oh, tilt shift goodness. Fuji, we need a tilt shift lens.
Yeah, we do. Are you listening?
And I am shooting handheld with a couple of grads in. The light is coming and going a little bit, but right now it's actually not too shabby at all. Just gorgeous. Right, back to it. Patience is rewarded. You may notice that we have a little bit of subdued sun coming through. Nice dark clouds on the horizon, and this absolutely stunning little cove. Marcus is still looking at doing some long exposure, sort of 4 or 5 seconds, just to catch, as you can see, the waves go round the rock. And again, what the waves go round rocks mean? Lovely patterns. Beautiful. Right, light continues to be lovely. So, good tip as well. You know, landscape photographers pretty much love their wide angles. But you can see Marcus here shooting on a 70 to 200. It's the F4 variety, and perfect. Every so often, the waves coming in are just, not necessarily this one, but the waves coming in are just fantastic, and you know, really does help to kind of compress the landscape down. Do some gorgeous abstract even images. So next time you're out doing your landscape shoot, get a zoom on and see your landscape through completely different eyes.
Bit of variety.
The spice of life. You know, I still have to kind of remind myself that I actually live here. You know, normally when you discover a place for the first time, which this is for me, this area, you're like rushing around trying to kind of get an image because you don't know when you'll next be back. It is liberating to actually know that I live no more than 15-minute drive from this exact spot. Sunrise here in about a month's time. I used the Photo Pills app to predict where the sun would rise, and I think in just under a month, excuse me, the sun will actually rise out on the visible horizon here. And then it's all kinds of fun. This is my favourite type of light though here. Moody clouds in the background, sun pretty much directly behind me, and lighting up. This is Sheep Island, this is called. Now this is the point where Marcus maybe falls over. Damn it. But just look at the light on Sheep Island. This is a stunning place. I seem to use that word to describe the landscapes of the north coast of Ireland a lot, because it is. This is somewhere where I could see myself coming and spending a whole afternoon. There's details in the rocks for going in close. As Marcus was showing there, he's using a 70 to 200 to focus in on some of the waves and compress some of the landscape, especially the distant Scotland in the distance here. Wide, of course, and I haven't even broke out the fisheye yet, but that's what I'm about to do. Fisheye-tastic. So here we are now at a pretty amazing place, albeit a little bit nerve-wracking. So this is Dunseverick Waterfall. Shooting above, looking down, it's just another waterfall, still very pretty. But when you actually come down on this side, you get the waterfall and of course the sea swell as well. Here comes another big one, chap. Yeah, I think so. Here, get up, get up. Did it work?
Oh my God.
Did it work?
I missed the last one.
That's why it's a bit freaky. It's mental. So here we are down Dan's Causeway. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful light. Unfortunately, we have also come here on open day, which means everything's free and there's 6 billion people here, so but yeah, the light's gorgeous. Right, back to it. Anyway, White Rocks. Sun is setting. We don't get to see the sunset, but what I'm hoping for is that the colour starts to come up here on the clouds. You can start to see just a little bit of colour coming in. Very simple composition, leading your eye through patterns in the sand, going for a 3-second exposure, f13, and I'm shooting with a format high-tech 3-stop neutral density and a 2-stop grab. What I really want is for the tide to come around this bigger rock. Which it isn't quite doing yet, but let's see what happens. Marcus is man on the rocks! Finger bangle bungle, and then it's burger time. Woo-hoo. See you in a bit.